We are really honored to have you here, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
With your kind permissions, so sir wants to leave. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Now I request Thiru.
Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman of AICTE, Mr. Sanjay Inamdar, Chairman of the Implementation Committee, Mr. Sanjay Vijay Kumar, Member of the Implementation Committee, Mr. Ganesan, Registrar, Dr. Ravi Kumar, Director of CED, and Senior Directors and Professors of Anna University, the top management of various engineering colleges and other AICTE institutions across the state, professors and senior faculty members who have come for this workshop, and students. It is a proud privilege to have all of you here to listen to what Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe and his team have to say about the plans they have regarding the shape of engineering and management education in this country in the years to come. All of us realize very clearly that the millions of our young students can find employment only if there are enough jobs in the market. So it is as simple as that. So, and it's also clear that government will continue to become lean and mean in years to come, and therefore there will be lesser and lesser job opportunities. Further, if you look at the large industries today are going in for automation, and with every additional crore of investment, you will find lesser and lesser number of jobs that are created by the large industries. So we are even seeing that some of the large industries facing a job negative growth, where while investment is going up, we are also seeing in some cases where the number of jobs have also come down. So which means that the only means of last resort, or the means of last resort for the youngsters who aspire to have a great future, is the small business sector. Because incidentally, a lot of surveys across the country and even across the world have shown that it is the small businesses that create the largest number of jobs in any part of the world. So therefore, having small businesses, especially ones which have a high tech as their base, is very important for this country if we want our youngsters to find the jobs of their dreams. So which means that the government has to increasingly play a very important role in enabling small businesses to get off the launch pads and create the jobs that are required by the educated youngsters of our country. So it is with this vision that the AICTE has launched the startup policy, that students may become job creators and not job takers. So that is the long and short of this policy. The Government of Tamil Nadu has in its Vision 2023 document launched sometime in 2013, talks about the need for it's got a number of themes, out of which three very important themes are: one is to improve the share of manufacturing in our economy. Unless manufacturing grows, the jobs will not get created. It is not the IT industry alone, which is contributing a large number of jobs, will not certainly feed this country with enough number of jobs. As you've already seen, it's heavily linked to the external economies. It is manufacturing which I think will give the desired boost for job creation in the country, and IT and other services will grow around manufacturing. So this is the first theme of the Vision 2023 document, which the state government has been avidly implementing in the last few years. The second one is obviously to make Tamil Nadu into a knowledge hub and an intellectual capital of India, which means that all the education institutions which are there are required to transform themselves re-engineer their practices, undergo a total radical transformation in how they do business. Instead of becoming just teaching institutions, they have to become entrepreneurial ecosystems. That is the way I think probably this transformation will happen. That basically they become producers of intellectual property which get converted into commercial businesses. So that's how great institutions across the world have gone, and even we in our own state, we have got excellent examples of how intellectual property can get converted into businesses, and how because of that the institutions have taken a big step forward in terms of their reputation, in terms of the opportunities that they give to their students and to their faculty. So it is very clear therefore that if the Vision 2023 has to become a reality, all of us have to work together. There is no, we can't be working in isolation in silos. So government has to work along with institutions, government has to work with businesses, and all of us have to work together to see that the task of creating an enabling environment first of all in all the places across the state, especially in educational institutions, to create an enabling ecosystem, and thereafter support through various means, through finance and through maybe R&D support and maybe grants and so on and so forth, seed capital. There are so many strategies by which this can be done. But to work together is the first step forward. And I'm sure that the AICTE has made a very brilliant step forward by providing this much needed trust that is required to turn the direction of our education systems in the country. So I would first of all, on behalf of the state government, extend our congratulations and our thanks to Dr. Saraswati and his team for having done an outstanding job in creating this document and sending the message across to top managers. So I would only end by saying, I will certainly make a detailed presentation a little later, but I will only end by saying that all these great things can happen provided the top management of various institutions, especially private institutions and the government-led institutions, they must set the tone for this change. And I think it is the top management which actually sets the agenda. It is not a faculty or the students. Therefore, I would feel that the top management, especially the council of the board of governors of every institution, and the deans and the principals and the heads of the institution, who will set the agenda for this transformation. So I would strongly recommend that all of you take back home this message and work out a vision for yourself. Fundamentally, whatever activities you do in the campus must revolve around a vision that is created for the institution. So that vision must incorporate and embed a very strong element of entrepreneurship with a great sense of urgency. So with these few words, I once again thank Anna University specifically for taking this initiative, especially Dr. Ganesan and Dr. Ravikumar, who have been always very positive and very innovative in their approach, in the sense that they are looking to reinvent and make this institution a much greater institution than it was. In fact, CEG Anna University has been the home of some of the finest engineers across the world. Not to speak of the finest entrepreneurs. There are many entrepreneurs who are scattered across the world who come from these portals of the institution, and I'm sure that they are carrying this great name forward by giving this much needed trust for this campus, which is a very old campus but a very vibrant campus. So I will once again extend my hearty thanks to them as well for joining EDI and the state government in this much needed transformation that is required. So with these few words, I would end by also thanking all of you for having come for this workshop, which I think is very important. The fact that you have come shows the importance that you attach to the subject. So you have therefore taken a big step forward, and I hope that we will all be able to help you and help each other in making this transformation a possibility. Thank you very much.
We assure you that these students will strive to make Tamil Nadu the best in entrepreneurship. Now I request Professor Anil D. Sahasrabudhe, Chairman, AICTE, to deliver the special address.
Welcome. Good morning to all of you. Our Honorable Minister, Thiru K.P. Alagan, was here for the inaugural address, and because of compulsion he had to leave. Otherwise, he had shown his commitment by being here before time. Normally we see ministers coming a little late, but here is the case where minister came much before the starting time, and we started the function on time. And because of emergency that he had to leave for the meeting with the Chief Minister. But otherwise he would have stayed back and understood the entire process that we are doing. And we have Thiru K. Rajaraman, IS officer, as well as Principal Secretary, Government of Tamil Nadu, Director EDI. We have the Dr. S. Ganesan, Registrar of the University. We have amongst us Dr. G. Ravi Kumar, Director of CED from Anna University, and my own friends and colleagues, Professor Inamdar and Vijay Kumar, Sanjay Vijay Kumar. Two Sanjays are here, and both of them are involved in AICTE's Startup Policy Implementation Committee. Principals from different colleges, directors of different institutions, professors, deans, and I see large number of young students who are there in the backside here. And it's a very wonderful morning, very auspicious morning in the sense that Tamil Nadu is going to have this particular workshop, which is the second of its kind in the country. It was said in the morning that the first one was held in Gujarat, and second one is being held in Tamil Nadu here in Chennai in Anna University. I congratulate both Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India of Tamil Nadu as well as Anna University's CED for organizing such a workshop here and inviting us to share our viewpoints on the issue of startup and the startup policy. If you look back about few centuries back, say around 16th century, India had at least 30% plus GDP of the world. It was the share of GDP was more than 30%. By 1700, it was slightly lower, of the same level as that of China, around 25%. But today, if you look at our contribution to the GDP, it is not even in double digits. It's 5%, hardly 5%. What was it that we were able to do that time, and what we are not doing today is a very important thing which we should ask ourselves. That means our entire society was certainly entrepreneurial, and therefore, for doing business, the entire world used to come here at the doorsteps of this country, the great country, Bharat, India, whatever we call it. And so we have to learn lessons from the past, but we should not be only basking in the glory of the past, but we should know what are we today and where we want to go tomorrow in the future. And that is more important for all of us. And I'm very happy that Tamil Nadu is a very vibrant state, whether it is in terms of education level, gross enrollment ratio is the highest in the country. We also have startups, entrepreneurial culture. If you look at institutions which were started more than 50 years ago in Coimbatore, all of them with industry partnership. I think that culture of entrepreneurship is already embedded in our blood. But why is it not that we have taken it forward to a greater height? And why should people always say about startup ecosystem in the Bay Area? We should say that startup ecosystem in Tamil Nadu, startup ecosystem in Gujarat, startup ecosystem in Maharashtra, maybe in Bengal. That is what we should be proud of, and that should happen. And we have every potential. Because whoever graduated from our portals here, whether it is from Anna University or from Roorkee or Pune or Bengal, one of the 4 early colleges of engineering, when they go out, they have done excellent startups. If you look at some of the startups in the US, there is a huge contribution from India. But why not do it here, replicate here in our own country, in our own states, is the question which we always were talking about. When we want to transform country, after independence, there were various things which continued to happen. But of late, couple of initiatives started by the Government of India are very significant and important. One of the things, if entrepreneurial culture has to grow, is also important to have a very clean country. The Swachh Bharat